It was the summer of 1999. We had the Ford Escort station wagon packed up, 3 kids, cargo box on top, 1,400 miles out to Virginia to spend a week with our tent.
One kid was a baby.
Yeah. With the big old 4-room cabin tent.
Or was he a baby? No, he wasn't.
5 years old.
Yeah, he wasn't a baby.
Yeah. And it rained all week. Hey everybody, welcome to 54 Nights. So yeah, rained all week long. One day, it actually rained that one day, but most of the day was clear. And that was the day we went to Busch Gardens. Could have ruined the whole vacation.
It didn't.
No. Could have had a flooded tent, but we didn't. That's happened before. So yeah, what were some of the other things on the way? Grand Canyon. Can't remember what year it was, but we were going to the Grand Canyon. Well, we swung by Las Vegas. You know, it's right next to the Grand Canyon. That's how our trips are. We swung by Las Vegas for a couple of days. We had the kids, so we just wanted to see it. We didn't go there to gamble. We just wanted to see this spectacular thing called Las Vegas.
And walk down the strip, and
yeah,
that's what we did.
And
we enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not just gambling. It's just,
we wore ourselves out walking down the strip.
We did.
But we left Vegas, and on our way to the Grand Canyon, we're going up this hill, Finger Mountain. That's what she called it. That's what the kids called it too, I think. There was a formation off to the right. They called it Finger Mountain. And when we told the tow truck driver where we were, he says, "Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're at."
Finger Mountain.
So we were on the way up the hill, and one of the children said, "Is that smoke?"
Well, you should back up though, because this is what you blame me for all the time.
Oh, that's right, that's right,
we
right.
went past, was the Colorado River?
Yep, Colorado River.
Beautiful, right there on the border, and beautiful right there. And I said, and there's a campground there. And I said, oh my gosh, I want to camp there sometime. What a beautiful campground. It was just gorgeous. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next hill is what we're going up
and then we got about 2 miles away from there, and one of the kids was like, "Is it smoke?" Inside the minivan. We were pulling the pop-up at the time. It was pushing the limits of that minivan. It wasn't technically, we were well within weight, but it was pushing it. And
it was quite a hill.
Yeah,
it was a very steep hill.
And it's hot. Bullhead City. Yeah, we blew the transmission. Yeah, we were young. Didn't have that buffer that everybody tells you need to have when you go out on vacation. We had to beg, borrow, and steal to replace the transmission. We ended up staying.
There were tears. There were tears.
Yeah, 2 or 3 nights we stayed at that campground on the Colorado River.
And it really was a beautiful campground.
Yeah, it was. And we enjoyed our stay there. And then after it got fixed, we carried on to the Grand Canyon.
Mud flaps are dragging.
So, why are we talking about this? Oh, just hang with us for a minute. Jeez, quit being so impatient. So, a couple of times on the way back from Disney World, we've broken down.
Side of the road on a Saturday evening or afternoon, where everything's closed for the weekend.
Yeah, I think that was actually kind of the origins of our don't travel on Sundays rule that we break almost all the time.
Yeah. We didn't make the rule at one time though.
Distributor, lost a distributor in a full-size van. It was running, but we couldn't pull the pop-up up a steep hill.
Yeah, you know those little speed bumps?
Yeah, and when I say steep hill, we were in Florida, okay?
There you go.
And then on that same trip, after we got that distributor fixed, well, the mechanic, when he was rolling the van up onto the lift, he kind of aimed a little wrong and cut one of the tires. So he had to replace the tire, and he replaced one with off of his used rack, and which developed a I can't remember what it's called, but it had a bubble.
Stress bubble or something.
It developed a bubble about, you know, when we got to Memphis, Tennessee.
It probably already had that bubble, to tell you the truth. We just didn't notice, and it got worse.
Yeah. And you can drive all the way through Memphis with a big bubble on your tire and never notice it anyway. And then when you get outside of Memphis, you're like, wait a minute. Roads are supposed to be better now. And then on another trip back from Walt Disney World, we still had the pop-up and the full-size van, and that was a distributor again.
Was it?
Was it?
I don't know. I just know we broke down. I just remember ending up in a hotel with the dogs.
Oh no, that was that same trip. That was the same trip. We broke down 3 times on the way.
Are you sure?
Yes, because we left that mechanic's shop and no, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's
You don't
so
care.
much that.
And then on another trip on the way back from Walt Disney World, we lost the fuel pump. Did you know a family of 5 can push?
And 2 dogs.
Can
Oh,
push.
they didn't push.
A full-size van and a pop-up camper across an overpass into a gas station.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that one we got taken to the cleaners on that one, because that is a job I could have done, and I knew exactly how much it cost, and they took us to the cleaners, and
we had no tools or anything.
Yeah,
There was no way.
they had no regrets about it. They were just, oh yeah, that's how much it costs, and yeah, whatever. And oh my gosh, I mean, you know, we've been traveling for 30 some odd years. That's just a handful of things that have gone wrong on vacation. You know, a little different than full timing, but because you've got a time constraint. You've got to be back to work, you know, or you've got reservations. And
not that it's good when you're full timing and you're stuck beside the road in the heat or anything.
Yeah, it's all not good. But the thing is, and here it is, you've been waiting for this whole video. This is the point of the video. We've never had a bad vacation. And I can say that honestly, we have never had a bad vacation. All of these things that have happened, all the things that are gonna happen, you know, we've never let it ruin the trip. And it's not like we made a conscious decision not to let it ruin the trip. It's just, I don't know, we take it in stride.
Side.
You know, that trip where we broke down at Finger Mountain, the kids, I mean, they've got a lot of good memories from that state park that we were forced to stay in for 2 nights or 3 nights.
We also found out that the kids and I could set the pop-up up completely by ourselves,
Yeah.
and we didn't know we could do that.
Yeah.
Because he had to go with the tow driver.
Yeah, and we sat around playing games.
Swimming in the super cold river.
I mean, just, you know, all.
As long as we all get back safely, I don't see how we could ever have a bad vacation.
Yeah, you just gotta have that mindset.
And with all our limbs, I mean, I could go a little bit further, but
You know,
you get the gist of what I'm saying.
And, you know, I've seen a couple of other RVers comment that when one thing goes wrong, it seems like little things that you usually just overlook are just amplified. You know, your car breaks down, well, you know, kind of a big deal, but then you've got a leaky sink in the, you know, in the camper,
There's something you need to tighten or something
yeah,
underneath.
that's not a big deal, but when you add that to the broken down car and then you add on another
Starts
little
to feel
thing,
like the universe is against you.
yeah, you just gotta take a step back and look at it. You know, all these little things are little things. You know, yeah, blowing a transmission on vacation, kind of a big thing, just kinda, you know.
Rain, just a,
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah,
thing.
rain on a road trip. I mean, you just gotta enjoy every moment. Just
Oh, we've been on the motorcycle when it starts pouring and we're just laughing. Coming back from Florida that one time, we were almost home, dry all the way to Florida on the motorcycle, dry all the way back to Texas, and we live in Oklahoma.
yeah.
And then
Got to North Texas, Tyler, Texas, and it busted out raining.
and we were just laughing.
Yep. Funny stuff. I don't know, it's all about the attitude, folks.
And the memories, it makes memories.
It does make memories. Everything that goes wrong is a memory. 10, 20 years down the road, you look back at it and you kind of grin. You don't
because
grin.
you survived.
Yeah, you don't grin when you're sitting there in the mechanic shop and
sometimes you cry.
but it's all good. We live a blessed life being able to RV like this. Hope you guys live that same type of life. Is that it?
I'd say so.
All right, man. Well, then we will catch you all down the trail.
Bye-bye. We're camping.